Today on Stories of Courageous Christians, we commend two excellent podcasts focused on international missions, encouraging us to gain a global perspective on our faith and be inspired to live missionally wherever we call home. First, we head to Thailand, where our friend David Chohannes hosts the Missions Pulse, with such guests as author Nick Ripken, prayer strategist and advocate for the Bibleist Solomon Lujan of Seed Company, as well as innovation specialist John Hurst. John is co-founder of Generous Mind and director of program innovation, not far from us at SIL International. That's right, think of international missions leaders as innovation practitioners as they bring the timeless wisdom found in the scriptures to meet the myriad of cultural, religious, and linguistic barriers found in their sphere of influence. John gives one example of innovation tension here, saying that while financial partners are drawn to the risk-taking spirit epitomized by Great Commission type missionaries, there is an issue. He also feels there's a tension between what donors expect as immediate outcomes versus the challenges of real-life issues.
And so part of what I'm trying to do with the work at Generous Mind, as well as our work at SIL, with the innovation work we're doing there, is to make innovation explicit and clearly understood, so that we know what the pitfalls are, so we know what the
You can find Mission Pulse on many platforms. I encourage you to bookmark Advancing Native Missions. Joel Ross originally captured my attention when he remotely brought us to North Korea, describing the courage of a young believer being faithful to witness for our Lord in the hermit kingdom while counting the costs, which may be his own life. How challenging. Advancing Native Missions partners with missions leaders in 92 countries, including Israel. Imagine being a Messianic Jew named Sasha or Micah going to the Western Wall, sensing God directing you to witness to a group of Orthodox Jews. Then they invite you to their home to discuss the topic further. To their surprise, 25 Orthodox men stood inside as it was announced, "I've brought missionaries home to preach about Jesus." Do they want to fight or what? But then a tall man dressed as an ultra-Orthodox stood up and said, "Yeshua, tell me more about him. I'm curious." So Sasha and Micah learned that this place was a shelter for Orthodox Jews who were disillusioned with Judaism. Some even stopped believing in God. They live with two identities, this secret disillusioned one and the public one their families and congregations see. They ended up asking the two very tough theological questions. Sasha realized that they were far more knowledgeable than he was, and in desperation he prayed, "God, please give me your wisdom." Then Sasha became quiet for an hour and simply listened. Then he began to ask his own questions. He was surprised to see how each question focused like a laser on their hearts, their real spiritual issues. They were shocked and began to meld inside as the two shared the gospel of Yeshua with them. Sasha and Micah continued to share with them until 4 o'clock in the morning. They'd become so open to the gospel that some of them came close to accepting Yeshua as their own Messiah that very night. As 2 Corinthians 3 says, their minds are hardened, and only when they turn to the Lord is the veil removed. Their hearts are hardened. Check out advancingNativeMissions.com for the rest of the story. I'm Mark Cordick.